Tonight at 11.
Sonny and I were never perfect, but we were in love. When it was good, it was the best.
That's good. That's the best you've made.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's great. So,
Yeah.
you still haven't told me the occasion for this.
Well, you and me, that's pretty much all the occasion we need.
When we're getting along, when we're teasing and making each other laugh, Sonny and I are so close. Come in. Hey. Hey, how are you doing? I need to see Sonny. Jason.
Take it easy. Sam, the explosion knocked you out.
Where's Jason?
Haven't you the workers singing inside, Jason?
Give yourself a break, Emily. You haven't stopped since they pulled you out of the wreckage yourself.
I guess that means I haven't done anything.
The crews have been digging for hours. They say the explosion turned the tunnel into a solid wall.
Well then, Uncle Mac, we need to get more workers.
It's not that simple.
I don't expect it to be simple, but we have to find Jason. I'm gonna go see how I can help.
Hey.
Well, if you feel half as good as you look, then it's cause to celebrate.
I'm fine, the baby's fine. I have no idea how lucky I am. Oh, God. They're beautiful, Nicholas.
Jax, he does move fast, I'll give him that.
Well, he was just as relieved as I was. So.
I was so afraid for you.
Yeah, it was pretty scary there, huh? But I think that everything turned out the way it was meant to.
Yeah, we both made it out, right?
It's more than that, Nicholas. I came out with this overwhelming feeling to do what's right, you know? I mean, this baby's such a blessing.
Yeah. Letting me down easy, right? It's your way of saying that it's over between us.
Do you ever worry that if you jump back into your old life too quickly, you'll just end up repeating the same patterns and the same mistakes?
I was never happier in my life than when I was with Sonny. Yeah, we've had some bad times, but we've also had some good times, too.
As long as you stay honest with yourself.
And do you think I'd lie about that?
Not intentionally. But I do know that time has a way of making the past a little hazy. That in bad times we long for better times. We romanticize our past, Carly, to help us deal with the pain of the present. Is it possible that you're not allowing yourself to remember the very unhappiness that brought you here?
Are you telling me that nobody found Jason?
There are people looking for him.
I was out of that tunnel, and that explosion knocked me flat on my back. I can't imagine what it
At the
did
very
to
least,
him.
Jason could find an air pocket, a way to survive.
Just please tell me that that pig
is down the hall bleeding to death. Please, just tell me that.
He's gone.
Gone? What do you mean gone, Sonny? Gone where? He left? Who could survive something like that?
Manny did. Police are out there looking for him. He's way too hurt to be a threat.
Where's Carly?
I called Roselawn. She's there.
She's there.
Yes.
So Jason stayed behind to look for Carly for nothing. Is that what you're telling me?
I will do everything I can
Yeah?
to find you.
Okay, well, so will I. I'm leaving here, and you can't stop me.
Sam, listen.
Sonny, no.
Emily, you are exhausted and dehydrated. You're not doing anyone any good.
Jason's way sicker than I am, and he stayed down there to look for Carly.
Jason doesn't play by the rules, you know that.
I can't abandon him. He needs the treatment that you bought for him.
I know. Listen, I will make sure that they keep looking for him, okay? But you need to do what Jason would want. Go to the hospital and take care of yourself, please. Detective, can you please make sure that Emily gets to General Hospital right away?
Sure. And it's Jesse.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You know what? Maybe you should go with him.
Uncle Mac, I've already been treated, okay? And I know you don't approve of Jason, but I need to be here when they find him.
We've got plenty of people.
I know that you're still able to tell Georgie and Maxie what to do, but I'm officially an adult now. And in fact, I'll look it up, but I think Dr. Outranks Commissioner. Love you. It's nice to see some things never change.
Love you too. I know you don't want to hear this, Mac, but she's right. Good girls, they fall for bad guys all the time. That's just the way the world
You and Jason haven't been friendly for a while. Luke, why are you still here?
So I don't want to put words in your mouth, okay? But I love you. And I thought you loved me.
But my life isn't just mine anymore. Nicholas, I'm pregnant. You know, this baby may be the most important thing that has ever happened to me. Jax, he's the father.
I know, I just don't understand why that has to change what we already have. He was lying to you, Courtney, when the baby was conceived. He pretended to want to reconcile with you when he was just planning to divorce you.
Jax was wrong, okay, but so was I. My marriage to Jax didn't become bitter and ugly when we slept together, Nicholas. It happened the day we kissed.
Courtney, don't take all the blame for this. He lied to you. He tried to buy Elizabeth off, and then he threatened to drag her into court and take Cameron away from her if she fought him. Is that what you want to be with?
It breaks my heart, okay, but I have... God, I just have to do... I have to do everything for my child now.
It's okay. But let me tell you something. I won't give up on you. I can't give up on you. You have no idea what I would have done to have been the father of your child.
Hello, Courtney. Nicholas. How are you? Feeling? Good. Well, I've got some good news for you. The sonogram shows no trauma to the baby, and the test results are excellent.
Oh, that's great news.
Thank you.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I know this is important to you, and I just want you to be happy.
You know, Courtney, with your history, I would highly recommend that you take it easy for the rest of your pregnancy.
I will. I promise.
Even if I have to tie her down.
And I might be convinced to let you go home today if you promise to rest.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Meadows.
Okay. I'll go prepare the release papers.
Thanks. Okay. I promise I will not jeopardize this pregnancy. I won't take any chances, not after this close call.
Well, in that case, why don't you do what Dr. Meadows recommended and come home with me?
I had a dizzy spell. I didn't need to be hospitalized.
I know you want to help search for Jason, but
Elizabeth, he could be hurt. He's going to need medical attention.
Did you see how many medics were left there? And Robin stayed behind as well.
I know. She actually graduated from medical school, unlike me.
Okay, Emily, seriously. Jason would go crazy knowing that you were searching for him and not taking care of yourself.
Well, that's something that Jason and I could agree on. You don't want to know how worried we were about you.
This was your idea, wasn't it?
No, it's orders from your attending physician.
Mom?
If you want to try and leave, you'll never get past Monica. I heard you wanted to know the reason for Reese Marshall's death.
Do you have the autopsy results?
Yes. You were correct. It was a cracked rib that punctured her lung. She suffocated.
Yeah, I knew about the rib, but I missed the puncture. Her lung collapsed. Dad, I just stood there and I watched her struggle to breathe and I did nothing.
What could you have done?
Think? Be a doctor?
You're a med student. You were still
If
learning.
I thought it through, I could have saved her life. Reese didn't have to die.
All right, look. Sonny and I were never easy. We fell in love by accident, and we spent way too much time fighting it. But I was flexible. You know, Sonny has these very fixed ideas of women.
And how did you measure up?
Well, I never made it to Dream Wife. Sonny's business was always off limits, and he hated it when I tried to protect the marriage. More to the point, tried to protect him. That did not go down so well with Sonny.
As opposed to the other men in your past?
Other men. Okay, let's talk about the other men. Well, let's see. There was my best friend's father. That kind of torched my life in Florida, so I came here. And I tried to have Tony. And I told myself I was in love with him. And I figured if I could have my mother's husband, then I guess I could have a father. You impressed so far?
So you struggled a little bit in the beginning.
Then I got pregnant by a man who was my friend, but that didn't last very long. I learned to loathe him too.
And what about your current husband?
Lorenzo. Lorenzo loves me. I think. But all I do is hurt him. Sonny likes to control everyone and everything around him. And that was pretty flattering in the beginning. It was, but you know what? He's very generous, too. He's extremely generous. But then there are always strings attached, and that goes back to the control thing. And I think it's because, you know, he was battered as a child. So.
But that doesn't make it okay.
But he's so vulnerable at times, and we take care of each other.
Sonny wants you to get better. And when that happens, you need to decide what you want.
I do have one good relationship.
I'd love to hear about it.
It's Jason. He loves me, and he doesn't have to own me. You know? And no matter how mad I make him, he would never, ever abandon me. And that's why when I went to him and he didn't know who I was, I just lost it. He is the one person I can count on.
Well, let's work on that. I want to know why you trust him and why he makes you feel so safe.
How will I know when I'm well enough to leave?
When you can walk out of here your own person, no matter who you decide to share your life with.
We tried to go around the wall instead of through, but short of setting off new charges, it's just too unstable.
Well, then we'll put a halt to it until we come up with another plan.
What if it were Robin stuck down there?
That's out of line, Sam. We put all our energies into this rescue.
We'll give more. A psycho like Manny Ruiz gets enough medical attention to escape from the hospital, but the man who did more than anybody to stop him is trapped down there. You can't take a break. Mac?
I'm gonna go look for him.
I'll arrest you for interfering with a police investigation.
Hey, if you don't mind an outsider butting in, I've got an idea that might work for everybody.
Well, your color's better. Everything is stable. Nice job, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Dr. Gridley.
Look, be straight with me. Dad, I blew it and a woman died.
Emily, don't beat yourself up over this.
You want the truth? Here it is. You're going to lose patience. That isn't something that they teach you in the textbooks. You're going to have to live through that and then learn how to handle it. Saving lives is the greatest rush in the world. Losing lives is inevitable.
You're avoiding the question, Dad. If I just looked at the symptoms more carefully,
Listen to me.
then I would...
Listen to me. You were stuck in a hole in the ground. Everyone was fighting to survive. You're not trained in triage or emergency medicine. You did exactly what was expected of you.
I don't want to be just good enough. Ever.
Well, if you want dispensation, you're going to have to go to a higher power than I can provide. And then you're going to have to figure out if you can handle this.
What if I can't? If this is the best I can do, I don't have any business being a doctor.
You know, I have nothing pressing. I can clear my schedule. I can take care of you.
I don't want you hovering, Jess.
Well, I have staff that can hover for me. Come on, Courtney. This is, you know, you shouldn't have to lift a finger. This is the least I can do for you and for our baby.
Would you stop it, please? I'm comfortable in my own home, okay? My dad will be more than happy to keep tabs on me.
I thought that we agreed.
I agreed that I would give this another chance, not to dive in head first. I know you, Jax. You don't respect boundaries.
That's not true.
Oh, come on. Look, okay. I need to be in charge of my little space here. Okay? Please, don't do to me what you did to Elizabeth. That's what got this whole mess started in the first place.
Okay, you know what? You're right. I don't want to pressure you. I'm excited. I'm excited for us. I'm excited at the possibilities. And I want to make sure that we have every chance to be happy.
I want that too.
You know, it wasn't so long ago that we both thought that if we had a family, our life would be perfect. And that's about to happen. I know that our faith in each other has been shaken. But I still believe that we can have that life. I really do. And you know what? I will do this at whatever pace you want.
Your wife's starting to make good progress. She's gaining perspective.
Good.
She acknowledges her intense connection to Sonny Corinthos, but she also recognizes the destructive cycle the relationship has become. Feeding off of each other's dysfunction. It's classic codependency. It's very unhealthy. And that's exactly what you wanted to hear, isn't it?
The only way into those tunnels is from the inside. You've got to crack the mountain open from the inside, and then you just walk through the crack.
It's insane. The whole thing will come crashing down.
Get on Jason.
Any other amateur geologists want to chime in here? That's how I got my son out. When he was bleeding to death. It's also how I got your father out of a similar situation. Robert was stuck. I couldn't dig him out because it would have caved in and killed him. So I used physics and a crate load of dynamite. And he lived to annoy another day.
All due respect, Luke, do you really know what you're doing here?
You're barely sober, Luke.
Well, then let's all do a 12-step cha-cha while Jason breathes his last gasp. The key is in putting the right amount of charges and knowing where to detonate. That's where I come in. I've done it before. I'm living proof that it'll work. You don't have to risk another man.
Except Jason.
So what chances you got with no food, no water, and maybe no air?
Let's do it.
You cannot let Luke do this, Sonny.
Jason needs help.
What about your speech at the hospital about him being a survivor, huh?
Okay, we can help it along. Jason needs more than food and water to survive. He needs his medication. Am I right, Robin, or not?
Yeah, I'm not even sure it's gonna work.
It's working. It is working. He told me it was working. The injection helped him.
Will it keep working?
Yes, if it's measured in regular monitored doses. I mean, the dose that he has right now, it could wear off. There's no guarantee.
If there was a way out down there, Jason would have found. I'm not waiting. I'll cover the cost, Luke. Go ahead.
I can't risk my people's lives on
You know,
this.
people, I think it's a genius idea. Think about it. Worst case scenario, one less hood on the street, right?
Well, you don't know anything. What are you doing here? Jason had plenty of chances to get out of there.
Go rescue everybody?
Yeah.
Great, we'll give him a Purple Heart. Meanwhile, getting off the topic of Jason's heroics, I need some answers, people. I need to know how this whole thing started. I'm open to suggestions.
I got a suggestion for you, but time's a waste.
I don't like this, guys. I'm voting no.
Go, Luke. Do it.
I have to see to this. Get better. I love you, sweetie.
I love you too. Thank you.
Okay.
What's the word on Lucky?
He's doing much better, thanks to you.
Good.
I'm gonna go see him now.
Hi.
Is there any news on Jason?
I've been at the hospital all day.
Of course, Courtney's here.
Don't give up on Jason. Because it's not like you. And neither was what you said earlier about becoming a doctor.
Reese would be alive if I knew what I was doing.
Emily, you always take everything on yourself, don't you? All the grief, all the pain, all the guilt, and where does it ever get you?
I need to be realistic.
Fine. You're a med student, not a surgeon. That's realistic. Okay, you made a mistake. Even you are allowed one of those every year.
A mistake is when you can say oops and move on. I mean, this was a flesh and blood woman, Nicholas, with a life and a future.
I know, but all you did was you did what you thought was right at the time. Do you have a better answer for me?
Maybe something inside me knew what was wrong, and I was too afraid to say it.
Afraid of what?
That I might be right, and then I'd have to act on it, and afraid that if I did, I'd make it worse.
And where does that come from?
I'm a med student, not a surgeon.
Exactly. You're one of the most intuitive, caring persons I've ever met in my entire life. But the one thing that you can accept is that you're human. And humans make mistakes. Believe me, I know.
Such dedication, such care.
Are you kidding? I treat all my patients like this.
You know what? You should know that I am a happily married man. In fact, my beautiful wife hasn't left my side since I got here.
And I'm not going to either.
How's Cameron?
He's fine. He thinks we're on our honeymoon, so he doesn't really know the difference.
I wonder when we'll be able to take that European honeymoon.
I don't care. As long as we don't go by train.
Lucas Lorenzo Spencer Jr.
No, please call me Lucky. This is my wife, Elizabeth.
I'm Sheila Bellin from Hospital Services. How are you feeling?
That depends on why you're here.
Well, we have an issue. You have a rather substantial balance already overdue. I'd like to talk to you about arrangements for paying off the debt as well as your current stay.
Wait a minute. I made a payment right before the wedding.
Apparently, the check bounced.
What?
You look upset.
Upset? My husband almost died, and now you want to throw him out on the street?
Oh, no. We would never do that. But you might want to check into the county hospital. They have special arrangements for people like you. who are-
People like us?
My grandfather was the chief of staff at this hospital.
Oh, I knew Steve Hardy. Lovely man. Now, about the payment.
Mrs. Bellum, we're going to straighten this out and we'll get back to you.
Tomorrow is soon enough. You get your rest.
How do we get out from under this one?
Just about gonna do it.
C4?
The man knows his explosives.
I take it you didn't buy that at your local hardware store. You know, you showed up here very ready and extremely confident in yourself.
Admirable quality confidence, don't you think?
What's in it for you, Luke?
Justice, go on. I'm doing this for the pure satisfaction of knowing I helped my fellow man. You know, like they taught you in monk school?
Correction, monastery. They also taught us a healthy suspicion of our brother's darker sides.
Well, it's true. You and I do share a certain brotherhood. Among other things, we've both been touched by angels. Mary May Ward had the light of heaven in her eyes.
My grandmother loved Laura very much. She also had a soft spot for you, God knows why.
Well, we've all got our dirty little secrets, don't we? For example, what do you think that pretty little shrink of yours would think of how familiar you are with what the baseball bat does to the back of a man's head? Or how quickly you gave up your heart, soul, and professional reputation for the love of a certain blonde psycho bitch.
How fast you think you can get out of here, old man? How does 2 minutes sound?
You're on. You're a hell of a lot more interesting than you let on, Counselor Ward.
I've never thought Carly and Sonny were good for each other. She needs to figure that out on her own.
Dr. Kim tells me Carly left the property here, that you found her wandering in the woods, but you don't want anyone to know.
Well, other than embarrassing the facility and making Carly feel bad, what's the point? I'm still responsible for my wife. I intend to look out for her best interests.
Even if she doesn't end up with you?
If Carly could walk out of here well and whole tomorrow, I don't care which man she chooses. I don't intend to stand in her way.
Okay, 2 minutes. This would be a good time to book, young fella.
What about you?
I'm right behind you.
Never changes for you, does it, Durant? You saw this train wreck as a missed opportunity because you thought I was dead.
We learned to live with life's little disappointments.
Manuel Lee survived.
How come you're not going after him instead of coming after me?
Because he might be going after somebody very vulnerable. Like one of your grandsons? Or your daughter? Then let's see how cavalier you are.
Where's Luke?
He said he'd be right behind me.
He's gotten himself killed.
Yeah, I know. Your life would be a happier place. Look, set the charge right where I wanted. We got through, but there's another rock wall behind it. And I'm afraid if we try to blow that one, we will be buried.
Where does that leave Jason?
Sam, I'm looking for him.
No, I mean...
Come on.
Sonny.
Luke, it didn't work. What are we supposed to do now?
Can only hope for the best. Jason has better survival skills, I think, than you give him credit for.
This was really about Jason? You think he's gonna thank you, Luke?
Well, first he has to be alive, but it's not his gratitude that I'm after. It's Sonny's.
We could give up our apartment, go live with Graham.
You know what? There's another way to make a small dent. How do you feel about cashing in our trip to Europe? I know how much you want to go.
I just want this off our backs. What about Nicholas?
No, we can't tell him. If he finds out, he'll try to foot the bill for the whole thing, and I won't let that happen. Or you, and I know you want to do something about it.
Oh, please. I have learned my lesson with the surrogacy. As long as you're alive and well, we'll manage.
Wow, do you two ever stop?
Not if we can help it.
I gotta go. I have real sick patients I need to take care of.
This wasn't how your honeymoon was supposed to go.
We had an amazing wedding. We're alive. Although you don't look as happy as you should be. Come on, Nicholas, you were the hero of the day. You helped save my life. And Courtney and Alexis's baby, it was a big day for the prince.
Well, unfortunately, Jax was there too. Seems he's everywhere these days.
You mean everywhere Courtney is?
I'm losing her.
Carly? Carly? This was for me and Luke, Jason. The last chance. Why didn't you run with it?
Tomorrow, watch ABC Daytime's Fun in the Sun tour during your favorite soaps. Stars from All My Children, One Life to Live, and General Hospital are kicking it with the fans in Dallas. Now you can get an inside look at the best Fun in the Sun tour yet, Texas style, beginning tomorrow on ABC Daytime.
You sure I can't talk you into staying at my place, at least just for a few days?
I'm sure.
Okay, well, you know that I'm just a phone call away.
A couple of weeks ago, those two were on the verge of getting a divorce. And now they're this close to having everything they ever wanted.
Courtney has decided that her baby's happiness depends on giving Jax another chance.
Where does that leave the two of you?
You know, sometimes I wish I'd never met Courtney. And now I don't know how not to love her.
I'm so sorry, Grace.
More than anybody I ever met, you knew how to cheat that. For this place, this hole to swallow you, it's not right. You were the best friend I ever had.
Nothing? I don't believe you.
I kept thinking you'd walk out in one piece. I don't know what to say to you right now.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
I should go down there.
No. There's nothing for you to do down there.
Sonny, I didn't want to leave him. I didn't want to leave him. You made me leave. I didn't want to go. I shouldn't have went. Why?
Okay, when everyone thought Michael was dead, you knew better, and you refused to believe it, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna believe in you, same way you believed in Michael. I mean, I have to. I have to. I mean, who else is gonna save me when I get into trouble?
You can't really give up, can you?
I'll do whatever you want.
I want to find Jason. I want to find him, Sonny, even if he's not alive.
Listen, we'll hire people. We'll get maps of the tunnel. We'll do whatever it takes. Okay? What are you doing here? Are you okay?
Look at you.
I told you to stay where you were.
I don't care. You can yell at me all you want. I don't care because you're
Carly, please. That's fine, okay? Later. I gotta figure out a way to get out of here.
I'm not worried. Because together we can do anything.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next General Hospital.
That is Christian Vega, the real Christian Vega.
The truth is out. Her husband's alive, and her boyfriend kept his secret. Now the two men she loves
Chris, get down!
might not survive. Come on, Chris. One Life to Live, ABC Daytime.
On the next General Hospital. We get pushed out for a house.
So much for taking it slow. What if I never told AJ the truth about Michael? Would Jason have gone on loving me?
The search is off.
No! I have to find Jason!
Lorenzo took me back to Roselawn.
You've been at Roselawn this